Life is full of surprises you can't predict. I realized that night, sitting alone in a small hotel room with Daniel. My husband, Victor, had been away for months in another city. I missed him, of course, but it wasn't just his absence that hurt. It was the silence, the neglect, the lack of interest. The lonely nights were wearing me down. That's why when Daniel, a close family friend who's heading the same way, offered to drive me to visit my father, I never imagined it would lead to us being stranded together in a hotel room, a small room, with only one bed. I had no idea what was about to happen. Let me take you back to the very beginning, every detail, because the ending is far more thrilling than you'd expect. That morning, I caught my reflection in the mirror. Tired, yes, but still strong, still alive, still someone who wanted to feel seen. Daniel was finishing his breakfast when I called out, "Come on, we've got a long drive ahead. Let's get going." He smiled, that usual carefree grin of his. Daniel always had a light-hearted, joking nature, but behind it, there was a charm that was difficult to ignore. 2 hours into the drive, disaster struck. The car made a strange hissing sound and suddenly shut down. Daniel pulled over, frustrated. "The engine's dead," he muttered. We tried everything, calls to mechanics, attempts to fix it ourselves, but we were stuck in the middle of nowhere. Eventually, we had no choice but to spend the night at the nearest motel. At the reception desk, Daniel handled the booking while I stood behind tents. My thoughts raced. If Victor finds out about this, he'll be furious. But strangely, a part of me didn't care. Deep down, I knew this night would change something. When we entered the room, my expectations shattered. The place was tiny, one bed, a flickering light, an old air conditioner that barely worked. "This is it," I sighed. Daniel chuckled. "What did you expect, a five-star hotel? Relax, it's just one night." His joking tone only added to my frustration, yet it also stirred an energy inside me I couldn't explain. I needed to clear my head. "I'll take a shower," I muttered. Steam filled the bathroom as I stood beneath the water. My thoughts clashed. I was 47, Daniel was younger, but not a kid anymore. He was confident, free-spirited, everything Victor hadn't been in years. That thought unsettled me. It also excited me. Later that evening, I went down for dinner alone, hoping a glass of wine would calm me. The small restaurant glowed softly under the dim lights, but my mind kept drifting back to the room. Back to Daniel. When I returned, I opened the door and froze. Daniel was lying on the bed, fresh from the shower, wearing only a robe. His damp hair fell across his forehead, his chest slightly revealed. He looked different, relaxed, confident. My heart pounded. The air in the room grew heavier. There was no other bed, no escape. I told myself it's just one night, nothing more. But when our eyes finally met, everything shifted. The silence was louder than words, the tension undeniable. Daniel leaned closer, his voice low. "I don't know what this means, but I can't stop thinking about you." I should have walked away. I should have reminded myself why I was really here. Instead, I stayed, drawn in. And when his lips brushed against mine, all the questions, all the fears disappeared into the heat of the moment. That night, nothing stayed the same. The next morning, the car was fixed. On the road again, the silence between us carried more weight than any conversation. Regret battled with excitement, confusion with desire. One thing was clear, the trip had changed everything. If you've stayed with me until now, you already know this story is only just beginning. Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments what you think.